Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man. We are back on NBA 2K26. And over this weekend, right, we had our double rep event in the rec. And with that being said, there was one thing that really stood out to me over this weekend, right, that I gotta talk about, man. I gotta talk about it because I've been noticing it more and more, and it's just annoying as hell, right? And that is going to be the butt buddy system that we see in rec, especially on double rep events. Now, what's the butt buddy system, E? You want to know what the butt buddy system is? It's when two guys, and then usually they're in a duo squad or a trio squad. More often than not, these are normally park players that, because there's double rep in the rec, they decide to go into the rec. Now, sometimes these aren't just park players, so let me not just throw park players under the bus here. But sometimes you just have regular 2 stacks or 3 stacks that do this as well. But over the double rep weekend, I noticed it was coming a lot from park players because they were essentially playing park in the rec. And all they ever want to do is pass to each other. So let's say you go into a game and you do up as a queue. You queue up as a duo. You end up on a 3-stack team. That 3-stack only ever passes to the 3 players in their group. The entire game. It doesn't matter if their player's open. It doesn't matter if you're open. They only ever pass to their player. Even if their player isn't the point guard. And even if you're passing to them. Now, this is worse. I feel like this is worse when you're a 3-stack and you have a duo doing this. And then it sucks when you're a duo stack and you get stuck with a 3-stack doing this. It's worse when you have the duo doing it because most of the time they're throwing your game. And then with the 3-stack, you're now at the mercy that this 3-stack is able to handle business. But here's the thing, though. If you want to play 2v2, or if you want to play with only your 3 players, go to 3v3. They have that shit in theater. They have that shit in Proving Grounds. They have that shit in Pro-Am. Why are you in here? No, I get it. There was a lot more people now because of the double rep event, which is why we ran into this. But literally, they're sitting there. I played this one game, right? It was me and my homeboy. We queued up. We were the point guard and the center. These guys had the shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. The power forward take it out. He will only ever give it to one of his players. He'd give it to the same guy every time, the small forward. The shooting guard will go stand in the corner, and then him and the power forward and the small forward would then run pick and roll at the top of the key. What does that sound like to you? That is park offense, bruh. Legit park offense playing in the rec when you have 5 people. You can't just do that shit in the rec, man. And if you want to go back to park, bruh. Why you not in park? You probably not in park because y'all getting done the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? But why come here and ruin the experience of everybody else because y'all can't do something in the park, man? So the butt buddy system, bruh, y'all need to stop at that shit, bruh. If y'all want to do 2v2 and 3v3, that's fine. They have game modes for that. But don't be coming into 5v5 and thinking, oh, I'm only going to pass to my little butt buddy over here, man. Something wrong with y'all, man. Something wrong with y'all. Now, let's get to the next topic at hand here, man. And that's going to be, I know a lot of us are tired of playing with randoms in general, so you try to play in a group, but sometimes you're forced to. And if you are, why is it that you're not able to surrender? And this is what I mean by a surrendering system, right? So let's say, again, me and my homeboy were playing as a duo, and we go into the game. Let's say we queue up. We have 5 people when it initially loads in. But when the game starts up, I guess somebody lags out of the 3-stack. So when we come in, one of the 3-stack players are gone, and it's just me and my guy with the remaining 2. Now, the remaining 2 dudes, usually what happens is they then begin to, they either play the game until their homeboy sends them an invite and they just disappear, or they don't play from tip-off to get out the game. So now, if 3 players leave the team and you leave it down to only 2 users versus a team of 5, Why does 2K not allow the two users to surrender, end the game, and move forward? Now, when you surrender, though, the two players that surrender should not take a loss to their record. The loss to the record should go to the three players who quit the game. So if they quit the game, why should the other two remaining players have to stay in the game? And this should only work if you're down to two users left. When you're down to two, because if you have three, you can't really justify allowing the team to surrender when they have majority of the team. So it has to be three or more people out, and it allows you to surrender. And if you surrender, you don't take the L. Only the people who actually quit out the game take the L. I think that should be something that they should implement into the game. I think that'd be fair, and that would, prevent players from having to waste a shit ton of time. I don't know how many games me and my homeboy have basically had to play 2-on-5 since like the second quarter on. Like we play a whole half. We had to play the whole second half, and usually about half of the second quarter with only two users and 3 CPUs. No, are these games winnable? Of course. You can go out here and sometimes win these games, but people are getting so good that they just shoot over the bot. Because we all know the bot is not serviceable as a defender, man. So that's just crazy. But I do think that they should definitely initiate a surrender system into this game. Now, another thing in there that really annoys me, I'm not going to say it bothers me. It annoys me on how it works, right? And that's going to be when you're driving to the basket and you have the shrinking dunk meter. Now, I've seen a couple videos online that explain it. It explains depending on the position of the defender, the rating of block and interior defense, then, the dunk rating of the player, blah, blah, blah. But here's my thing. I'm tired of, why is it that when I initiate my dunk, my green meter is a decent size, and mid-game, mid-dunk, I'm having to adjust to it. Now, don't get me wrong. My suggestion to everyone is you just want to fill up the bar. Don't aim for the middle of the green or the bottom of the green. You just want to fill the bar completely, because bare minimum, you're going to have to at least fully fill out the bar in order to complete a dunk. Usually at the hardest shrinkage, it's going to be real tiny at the top. So really, you just want to fill up the bar as close to the top as you can. But here's my thing. Why is it that when you take off, it's one size, and then we have to adjust to it mid-dunk? Why doesn't the dunk meter come up with the proper size and adjust before as I'm taking the dunk? Like when I initially take off and my dunk meter pops up, why is it not the proper size based off all the ratings? Why is it adjusting mid-dunk? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's weird that it adjusts mid-dunk. I feel like when you take off, the game should already have all that calculated. And the dunk meter, when it first pops up, should be the size it's going to be the entire time, so that the player knows how to time it. Because if the dunk meter is much bigger at the beginning, and then the meter that they see actually gets to the green, but then it shrinks, now the person's releasing his shot early, and he'll miss the dunk because the meter shrunk in comparison to where it was when he actually released it. So again, I think that maybe it's hard for them to do this, which is why it does it mid-flight instead of when you initially take off. But hopefully they're able to go in and fix that and get that taken care of, and that happens on the takeoff and not mid-flight, man. And now the last thing I want to highlight before I let y'all up out of here, man, and get up out of here, is going to be the fact that I've had a shooting slump lately, and it's not even just me. It's anybody that has a shooting slump or a bad shooting game individually. And the fact that if a person is out here having a bad game, a bad shooting game, but they're taking good shots, okay, you got to live with that. Now, if someone's having a bad shooting game and they're just taking horrible shots, I can see why you would sit there and bitch, moan, and complain. But at the end of the day, if the player himself is acknowledging, damn, I'm missing these shots. I'm having some struggles. But again, they're taking good shots. It's not bad shots. Why are we then piling on this player and making it more frustrating and harder for that player to get back into a groove? Why are we being detrimental to our teammates? Now, when it comes to randoms, it's a little different, but there's no need to get on the mic and start getting on the dude. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're probably just going to make things 10 times worse. So I think that we should allow people to go through shooting slumps from time to time. And when they do this, just allow them to go through the damn slump without being hella annoying so we don't have motherfuckers out here throwing our games, man. It's just that simple and easy, bro. But, hey, let me know how y'all feel about these topics, man. Have y'all noticed the butt buddy system epidemic taking over rec? Do y'all think that we should get a surrender system in the game? And do you agree with the way that I have set the standards for it? Also, what is y'all thoughts on the dunk meter? Do you think it should stay in flight, or do you think it should be the size it should be at takeoff? And last but not least, man, how y'all feel about players getting on those that are in a shooting slump for either a bad game or for a period of time? And how do y'all feel y'all should handle those players? Should you pile on them, or should you keep encouraging them and feeding them the rock, man? Let me know down in them comments, and let's get the conversation started, man. But until then, I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
But I don't see a better power forward option than me out of those two things.
One more rebound. I had a trip down this reason.